With summer coming to a close and fall on the horizon, the Christmas shopping season is fast approaching. The Washington Post, owned by Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, reported mounting challenges including factory shutdowns, computer chip shortages, and clogged ports are rattling the retail industry as it prepares for the crucial holiday shopping season. This season accounts for more than half of retailers' annual sales. The computer chip shortage is affecting industry sectors from auto and appliance to consumer electronics. CNN Business reports clogged ports spell trouble for retailers and consumer goods companies heading into the crucial year-end holiday. We can expect shortages of gaming consoles, TVs, toys and sneakers, some of the most popular Christmas gifts, also home furnishings, electronics, and seasonal clothing. In Q2 2021 earning calls for publicly traded companies, supply chains were discussed in nearly 2/3 of 7,000 companies' earnings calls. Bob Biesterfeld of global logistics company C.H. Robinson told CNN, "As we've been forecasting for months, shoppers are going to see some bare shelves at the holidays, and if you buy most of your presents online, get it done early. Delivery time may be 4 to 6 weeks." The links to these articles are in the description below. As you read through these articles, you will find the ongoing theme of empty shelves and supply chain difficulties. These are shared by top executives in the fields of logistic companies and retailers. Supply chain disruptions, inflated prices, and shortages seem to be a continuing topic in the news. Naveen Jaggi, president of retail advisory service JLL, told Forbes, "We still have a challenged supply chain. Many retailers don't expect any sense of a balanced supply chain recovery until the summer of 2022 or later. The disruptions are affecting many countries around the world, not just the United States. With supply chain disruptions come shortages. When supply is low and demand is high, inflation occurs." Jaggi again told Forbes, "The biggest challenge for U.S. consumers will be that demand will outstrip supply," saying it is going to be a very difficult Christmas holiday shopping season. With manufacturers reeling from shortages of key components and higher raw material and energy costs, they are forced into bidding wars getting space on vessels. The price of ocean-going freight has increased over 450% in the last 12 months. These increases in components, materials, energy, and shipping costs are always passed on to the consumer. Consumers should expect to pay higher prices for goods in the near term despite all the price increases consumers have seen. Gene Soroka, the head of the Port of Los Angeles, says there's unrelenting consumer demand. Walmart and Home Depot reportedly have chartered their own ships to ship their products, while Amazon is beefing up its fleet of cargo planes. Now may be the time to start thinking about Christmas shopping instead of waiting till the supply is depleted. To make matters worse, global manufacturing growth is at its lowest in 14 months, which leads back to a supply and demand problem, which leads to more inflation. According to the CPI numbers from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, we have not reached these inflation levels since 2008. Inflation is up 5% in May and 5.4% in June and July compared to a year ago. The last time it was this high was August 2008. If you remember August 2008, this was just a few months before the stock market crash on September 29, 2008. Also called the Great Recession, the financial crisis lasted from December 2007 to 2009. To make matters even worse, many manufacturers and businesses have adopted a just-in-time system for distribution and inventory of products. Any disruption in this fragile system puts pressure on the supply chain, as we have seen over the past 18 months. If these disruptions continue through Christmas, you may find empty shelves at your local store. Supply chain disruptions are getting worse with the partial shutdown of the Ningbo port in China, the world's third busiest port. Couple that with the logjams in many of the world's ports, you may expect more disruptions. S&P Global Panjiva says the closure of Ningbo may hold up exports for the peak season of deliveries in the US and Europe. Currently, there are 36 container ships anchored off the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach. Beesterfield of C.H. Robinson told CNN Business the chances of your vessel arriving in time is about 40% when it was 80% this time last year. With our just-in-time system, this will affect every aspect of the supply chain, from the manufacturers getting raw material and goods on time to retailers putting inventory of consumer goods on shelves for customers. After living through the supply disruptions in 2020 and into 2021 now, it is best to take advice from professionals who deal in these logistics and retail businesses every day. These people are trying to warn Christmas shoppers of the potential disruptions through the Christmas shopping season. Always make sure you have a few extras to get you through a crisis. Put a little extra money aside for personal economic emergencies as well. If you are as prepared for a crisis as you can be, it may not affect you as much as it would have had you not been prepared. Until next time, this is Blue Jay Prepper.